Have you ever just been going about your day and all of a sudden your thoughts are hijacked by worst case scenarios and all these negative thoughts and emotions? If you've ever wondered how to stop those intrusive thoughts, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Tiffany Toombs. I'm a high-performance mindset coach that has worked with thousands of people across the world to help them master their mind, let go of all the old emotional baggage and limiting beliefs that keep them stuck so they can truly step into their potential. In this video, I'm going to share with you why intrusive thoughts are happening. I'm a firm believer that when we know why something is broken, it becomes that much easier to fix, and it becomes easier to stick to the plan of solving it. Then I'm going to share with you the two things that you need to do to stop those intrusive thoughts from sabotaging your day for good. So why do intrusive thoughts happen? Well, when we have experienced stressful, chaotic, or drama-filled situations for a long period of time, which for the majority of the population, that actually starts in childhood and just continues throughout their life. There's always some sort of stressor or abundance of stressors in their life or chaos in their life. What it does is it actually primes the nervous system to believe that being stressed out, that having chaos and drama all around you is normal. In fact, chaos and stress becomes the default setting for our nervous system. And so anytime there's not something going wrong, or every time things start going right, we incidentally sabotage ourselves to create more stress and drama. This is why people will end up procrastinating on deadlines or ignoring red flags in relationships. They're not doing this consciously. This is a very unconscious thing that's happening, but it's to keep them in the familiar. It keeps them in what they know. This is also one of the reasons why people have become so addicted to coffee and why people struggle to just relax on vacation. You know, they book that beach vacation or they book that getaway and they're so excited to just hang out and relax and de-stress. And then they get there and they can't stop checking their email and they can't stop doing things because relaxing seems so foreign. That's because the nervous system is calibrated to stress. Now, what this really means is that the nervous system is stuck in survival mode. It believes that we always have to be on guard for things that can harm us or kill us. So we become hyper vigilant about our surroundings and always keeping an eye out for things that can harm us or kill us. And this is where intrusive thoughts come in. As soon as we're starting to have a good day or we're starting to practice gratitude or, we're out for a drive and the sun is shining and we're singing along to our favorite song on the radio, that intrusive thought pops in to remind you that it's not safe for you to stop worrying for a moment. Silly, we have to be hyper vigilant right now. So this is where intrusive thoughts come from. The good news is you don't have to listen to them and you don't have to deal with them for the rest of your life. We can fix this. Before I share with you how to do exactly that, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. I am putting out brand new videos every single week to help you master your mind, let go of stress, trauma, and emotional baggage so you can become the youest version of you. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and like this video while you're there. So the first thing that we need to do to start bringing our nervous system out of the survival mode is we actually have to do the inner healing work. For most people that I've ever had a conversation with, including myself, is they've learned to just suppress their negative emotions throughout their life. Every time they felt angry, they felt sad, they felt hurt, they felt fear, they've just learned how to push it down. And the ways that you've learned this were probably very subtle and unintentional. It's not our parents' fault, it's not their parents' fault, it's not our teacher's fault. Up until recently, this was not something that we talked about in the mainstream. So for example, if you threw a temper tantrum as a toddler and you were sent to your room or sent to timeout, you learned that it wasn't okay for you to express those emotions. As you got older, maybe you got in a fight with a sibling and you got sent to your room and come back when you're in a better mood, or maybe you got grounded or punished in some other way. We learn not to express those emotions, and so instead we shove them down. The danger in doing this is that our body stores them, and our body only has so much room to store them. So if you think about it like having a garbage can in your mind, as soon as that garbage can becomes full, those emotions start to hijack us and they start to take over. This is why it can feel like, why are my emotions controlling me right now? Why am I not in control of them? We make very emotional and rash decisions based on negative emotions instead of the positive emotions that we're capable of feeling. And so this is why we need to do the inner work. We need to start giving a voice to the inner children, the younger versions of us who didn't feel seen or heard. We need to start feeling those emotions and releasing them from the body so that they're no longer hijacking us. And if there's any unresolved trauma, emotional baggage, grudges, or anything else with people from our life, exes, siblings, friends, bosses, teachers, parents, then we have to work to heal those wounds so that we can truly move forward. Now, before I share with you the next thing that you need to do to stop these intrusive thoughts from happening altogether, I want to hear from you. How often in a day or in a week would you say intrusive thoughts are sabotaging your day or your mind? Go to the comments below and let me know. So as we're starting to do this healing work, which is really the mental side of things, we also have to recalibrate the body and the nervous system. And there's a couple different ways that we can learn to start regulating our nervous system and to start strengthening our ability to move from stressed to relaxed and back and forth throughout the day as is needed. Now, firstly, we need to actually reconnect to the feelings that we have in the body. One of the things that people inadvertently do that actually keeps them stuck in this trauma or intrusive thought cycle is that every time they start to make change, or they start to take action towards their goals and dreams, or they start to even just do the healing work, what that does is it creates an arousal in the body. Our body naturally goes into a heightened state, and we feel a little bit of agitation on the inside. Now, a lot of people misconstrue this agitation as being negative, right? Because the agitation feels like butterflies in your stomach. It feels like your heart racing. It feels like sweaty palms and discomfort. Because we've often been told that that's anxiety or fear or any other number of negative emotions, we attempt to shut it down. We attempt to find the source, the thing that is making us feel this way, so that we can fix it and stop these uncomfortable feelings in the body. But it's nothing external to us that's creating this internal set of emotions. And so we're looking external for us, and because we can't find the thing that's causing it, we can't find the proverbial saber-toothed tiger running towards us, that arousal continues to build, and we get more and more anxious inside. We get more and more of this agitation going on because we can't actually find what's wrong. Nothing's actually wrong. Our body is going through its natural process. Think about that agitation going on in your body like your warm-up to take on a challenge or to overcome an obstacle. The same way that no athlete would get in the ring, on the court, or on the field without doing some sort of warm-up first, our body is warming us up from the inside out so that we can effectively confront that obstacle or that challenge in front of us. So we can take it and meet it head on and not only succeed against it, but thrive and prevail against it. But when we perceive this as a negative thing and we think something's wrong, we identify that this feeling is wrong, it actually keeps us in a cycle of being in this heightened state, this hypervigilant survival mode over and over and over again, because the cycle can't actually finish. And if the cycle can't finish, then we can't get the end result, which is feeling satisfied and proud. So we actually have to learn to reconnect to the emotions in our body and feel safe in allowing our body to do what it naturally does. If you've ever watched Animal Planet or National Geographic, you'll see the tiger or the lion or the cheetah attack the gazelle, and the gazelle will go completely limp This is part pain management and part trying to fool the predator into thinking that they're not good meat because they died so quickly. And sometimes the cheetah will just say, you know what, I don't think this is good meat, and they walk away from the gazelle. Well, when the gazelle gets up, they shake out that energy from their body. They allow their body's natural systems to finish and complete itself. And this is why animals don't experience trauma. The difference between that gazelle and us humans is we have this thinking brain. We have this logic and reason that thinks that it knows best. And so it actually hijacks the cycle, the natural cycle that our body would go through, and stops it from completing. Again, you're not doing this with any malicious intent. It just happens inadvertently because of what we've been taught in society. So we need to reconnect with our body and start to feel safe within those emotions. And then we can start to introduce micro adversities to our life so that our nervous system gets used to completing this cycle. You can do this with things like exercise. You can do it with cold exposure. You can do it by taking on small challenges that are outside of your comfort zone. Maybe offering to volunteer for something that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, or public speaking for a minute or two, or doing a live video or posting a video on YouTube. Whatever it is that makes you feel uncomfortable, when you start to do that in small doses, you learn how to regulate your nervous system faster. Now, if you want some tools to help you navigate that first step that we talked about, to navigate the inner work, letting go of those emotions, reprogramming those limiting beliefs, I would love to have you join me in the 6-day Mind Mastery Challenge. In this challenge, I'm sharing with you the 6 most powerful techniques that I use to help my clients heal and master their mindset. They pay me thousands of dollars for it. You get it absolutely free today. All you have to do is go to nlpworksheet.com or click on the link in the description below. Talk soon.